Okay, hello everyone. Welcome to the Virtual Goddess Channeling and Alignment Circle. It's wonderful to be with all of you today. It really is a blessing to have this sacred container to do this work together. And the work that I speak of is the shift that is occurring within each of us, moving from frequencies of separation into unity consciousness. And we're all very aware that we're in the midst of a global paradigm shift, a tremendous transformation of consciousness, where a lot is going on. And the goddess transforms through chaos. Chaos is a natural part of transformation, and it occurs as a way to unravel structures and patterns that are no longer serving us, that are expanding, that are in an expansion process. And so that chaos, that disruption, is a way that the divine works to unravel set ways of being, set ways of beliefs and thought patterns, emotional patterns that have become stagnant. And as we move into this balance, as all of us become aware that we are moving into this balance, that we are going through this transformation, it's important to have support and to connect with others who are very conscious of this process. So that's why we're meeting here every Saturday at 11 Eastern Time. We meet here to do this work and connect with each other, support each other, and learn certain tools and techniques that are working with the quantum light field. We call this the quantum light practice. And this is a healing modality that works to bring us beyond the patterns, the patterns of the emotions and the mind and the body into the quantum field. Again, where there's no time or space, where we're able to make shifts and transformations in a very accelerated way. Again, because we're moving beyond the mind. Most of us here have been working with energy and working with different types of yoga for some of us for many years. And we've had all kinds of therapies, and we've explored many different types of philosophies, and all of those things have been a part of our growth and our expansion and are a part of us. So we each resonate with different ways of being, different stories, different philosophies, different cultures. We resonate. Each of us are very unique in our life experience, in our education, and in the conditioning that we've received in our culture. And so we value those things. We've learned from all of those things. And now, as we're moving into this deeper expansion, into this deeper unity, we're starting to unravel some of those conditionings that may have become limiting, that may be limiting us now. And so the quantum light technology, we work with sound, we work with codes, divine codes, we work with timelines, collapsing timelines that are no longer serving us, and then activating energy streams that are nourishing and supporting us in the present moment. We work with shamanic practices in that we're very aware that we're multidimensional beings of light, that we're beings of light incarnate on the planet at this time to serve and contribute to this divine expansion. And the shamanic philosophy or perception is that we exist in different dimensions. The shamans speak of the lower world, which is the world of the unconscious, the middle world, which is our everyday life, and then the upper world, where there are dimensions that are vibrating very high frequencies, and there are beings of light there that are in different forms that we can connect with. We can match their vibration. They can support us in our everyday life. The more we become aware of them, the more we can tap into those high frequencies of light and bring them into our reality, integrate them into our reality. So that's why we work with ascended masters and some of the goddess archetypes that we work with, and also expressions of Gaia. In this work, we are deepening our connection with the ascended vibration of Gaia. So again, Gaia also functions in different dimensions. So there is an ascended vibration that we can tap into. And that is and we can choose as well. So we can choose the vibration of separation that's occurring on the planet, the vibration of fear, the vibration of division, or we can unplug, we can choose, we can very deliberately choose to unplug from frequencies of separation and plug into frequencies of unity. And so sometimes it's not necessarily about transforming the frequency of separation, it's about unplugging, like no longer feeding that energy stream, completing that energy stream, and then plugging into a frequency of unity, because that frequency of separation will continue. It doesn't disappear. And there are many beings that are choosing to tap into and vibrate at that frequency. So we no longer need to resist. We no longer need to be overwhelmed by frequencies of separation. We simply unplug. We do the purification work inside ourselves, purifying frequencies and vibrations that are unconscious, that match these thought patterns of separation. So in this work, we do a lot around purifying the inner field of these unconscious vibrations that match these unpreferred states. And so then we bring them into the light, we bring them into consciousness so that they are no longer unconscious. Okay, so as long as they're vibrating inside of us, they are attracting experience. So it's very important to have the tools and the skill to kind of excavate some of these unconscious patterns, and again, bring them into the light, acknowledge them, unravel them, and recalibrate and align to the present moment. So you will have in this journey today, you'll have an experience, you'll have an introduction of what it is we're doing here. There are definitely opportunities to go deeper in this. If this work resonates with you and you would like to go deeper, I'd like to invite you to explore my website, quantumlightpractice.com, and there you can, there are different offerings of classes, and then also I'm offering a complimentary one-on-one session, private session, to maybe explore a certain area that you'd like to address, a certain question that you would like to address, and again, to have a deeper experience of the quantum light practice. So that's available to you at any moment. And but anyway, for now, we're just gonna have an experience, because this, again, this work, it doesn't come from reading a book. It comes from having the experience, and really learning how to read energy, and learning how to discern, and learning how to manage some of the, navigate some of the strong emotions and thought patterns that come forth, and learning how to purify, how to face those energies when they come forth as well. So in this work, there's a lot of talk in the spiritual community about spiritual bypassing, and so we're facing that here. We are facing the strong emotions. We're learning how to be present with when experiences come up from the unconscious. We're no longer projecting that trauma into the outer world, into people in the outer world. These people out there that are trying to control me, these people that are trying to do this to me, these unconscious people that are doing all these things. We no longer do that here. We take responsibility. This is what's going on inside of me. I'm going to face it. I'm going to face this division that's inside of me. I'm going to face the fear that's inside of me. And in that way, we're no longer projecting into the outer world. We no longer have to fight something that's outside of us. We're facing it inside ourselves. And again, acknowledging, processing, recalibrating, and coming into alignment with our divine self. So that's a brief introduction to the work that we'll do today. We do a lot of work with sound. You'll be hearing light language. And light language is a stream of sound. This is how these beings of light communicate through me as a channel through light language. And each being of light has a language that is vibrational. So it's not something mental that you have to understand. It's a vibration, it's a frequency that's coming forth. And then there will be communication. But that's how I receive communication from them. That's how it's done, so that it's vibrational. It's not mental. And so you will absolutely have that experience today, and then you see if it resonates for you, because sometimes it with everything, sometimes it resonates with you and sometimes it doesn't. So then again, this is a way to kind of have the experience and see if this is for you. And but the light language, working in this way with vibration, it's a way to move beyond the mind, so that it's like the mind is occupied in these frequencies and in these sounds, and then the divine presence, that inner presence, can do the work inside to again, to unravel and recalibrate the inner quantum field. So you will absolutely have that experience. And we work with a multi-dimensional inner temple of these ascended beings as well. So you'll have access to these yourself. Each of these circles activates your capacity to have deeper multi-dimensional communication with these beings of light. So then you start to have your own direct experiences with these beings. And most of you here in this circle, you already have a lot of experience working with ascended masters and beings of light that are not in the human body, or else you probably wouldn't be attracted to this circle. So it's not anything new, but it's an opportunity to deepen. And so that it becomes very natural. It's just like a natural experience, natural communication with beings. Some are in the body, some are not in the body, and learning how to discern as well. Just like you discern when you're in a crowd of people, you discern when you're working with beings of light. And there's some that you match with vibrationally and others that you don't. And that's completely fine. You choose. You are sovereign in this space. So we are going to get started and dive right in so that you can have this experience. So again, we'll begin. We begin every process with grounding and alignment. So let's just dive right in. And we can begin by closing our eyes and be seated in a chair so that your spine is erect. And in this way, the energy can flow up and down the spine freely. So you want to have your spine straight. And then when you close your eyes, the moment that you close your eyes, you're connecting to the inner quantum field. That is the inner quantum field. This inner spaciousness. And then we want to connect with our body, because all of this work happens from a place of embodiment and grounding. And so you can feel your hips sink into the chair. And you just be aware of the physicality, your feet firmly on the floor. You can feel the energy start to move through the energy channels of your legs. We really put a lot of attention on the lower 3 chakras, because as sensitive people, it can be challenging for us sometimes to ground when we do this work. And it is crucial to be grounded when we do this work, because this is how you have discernment and choice. So this is the most important skill that we cultivate here, is grounding. And so put your attention on the root chakra, which is at the base of the spine. And this is the energy center that rules your physical being, your health, and your security, and your finances. So we're going to focus on that area of the body and see a line of energy that is connected to the root chakra. And that line of energy moves through all the layers of the earth, all the way to the core. And this is where we make our intention. We are connecting to the ascended Gaia, the core of the earth, the ascended Gaia. And you anchor that line of energy that is firmly attached to your root chakra, and you anchor that line of energy, and you can visualize this, and you can also make the intention. Again, we're working with vibration. You make the intention. I am anchoring myself in the core of Gaia. And then you say hello to Gaia. Hello, Gaia. And then that energy, that she responds with an energy that rises up through that connection, through all the layers of the earth, rising up into your body, into that root chakra. So you start to feel this earth vibration entering into your body, rising up through your legs, through the feet, through the legs, into the root chakra. And sweeping, this earth energy is whirling through this energy center, clearing and cleansing this root chakra. And here we're going to do a little clearing of cords, any kind of cord. And this is particularly from the media, from the news media. These are cords that actually feed on our sense of security and safety and well-being and fear, and just all of those types of energies get stirred up with these cords. And so we're going to gently unplug from any kind of stimulation from the news media, which the only purpose at this time of the news media is to create an emotional roller coaster. And that emotional roller coaster creates an addiction to what's happening. I have to know what's happening, what's going on, the ups and the downs. This is an addiction that is very consciously, strategically created. If you choose to plug into it, that is the purpose. And if there's nothing going on, this machine, the media machine, will create something to, again, incite emotion. Because that emotion, that emotional roller coaster, the ups, the downs, the sensationalism, the excitement, it becomes an addiction that distracts us from doing the work of alignment, of healing division inside ourselves, of moving into unity consciousness and identifying with the divine presence inside of us so that the divine presence becomes our identity. It's very challenging to be able to do that work when we're plugged into the emotional roller coaster. It's not about sharing truth. It's completely subjective, based on the narrative that the particular venue is promoting, and the narrative is created based on certain agendas and certain financial profits, financial benefits. So as long as we're unconscious to this, we're disempowered by it. So in this moment, we're just going to bring that into the light. It's nothing that we have to fight. It's there. It is a machine that's vibrating in our reality. And so we simply move our attention. We gently unplug from that machine and connect to the inner quantum field, the inner presence inside of us. So we're bringing in a violet flame. The violet flame, and we're really working with some masculine vibrations today. We're going to work with Saint Germain and the violet flame. This is a masculine vibration of purification. And we're going to work with Merlin is coming forth. And this is a vibration of manifestation and magic. So we're going to do some purifying work to prepare to receive this divine sight. Divine sight. The activation today is divine sight. The capacity to see the divine in every situation. So receive the light language transmission. So and visualize violet and the ascension codes 1111. And then you visualize violet, and this violet ray is very potent, and it's a fire that moves through your system, and you're going to allow this it's like a whirling violet fire. You can visualize the color violet, and you see that energy moving through this root chakra, the root chakra. Hoko noa ha'anai. Soko ono shunoa ha'anai inai shinaki. And so this violet flame, this purifying process is going to create the experience of neutrality when we face these energies in our daily life, because we're surrounded by these energies. So it's going to create an experience of awakened neutrality, and that we're very aware. This is the purpose of this media machine. We're very aware. And we choose to unplug. So it's a choice. And then we can always plug back in whenever we want. So it's always our choice. But this energy is about this awakened neutrality is about, we don't have to fight it. We don't have to resist it. We simply unplug. We don't play the game. We no longer feed it. We no longer feed it. And then we focus on the reality that we are beings of light incarnate. I am a being of light incarnate. I'm sovereign. I'm a sovereign being of light. I vibrate at freedom. I choose, I create my reality. And the inner earth is lighting up. So we're receiving blessings from the inner earth. And so just be aware of all the layers of the earth between Gaia, the core of Gaia, and your own body. The inner earth. And you're going to receive an infusion of the elements: fire, water, earth, air, and ether, and that's vapor. And so you're just going to allow the elementals to rise up into your body. And this is going to strengthen. It's just a strengthening and infusion of Gaia in your system, in every cell of this ascended Gaia vibration is matching the elements in your body. So you are raising the frequency of the elements in your body. And this is going to strengthen your immune system. So take deep breaths and just allow this blessing from the inner earth. You can feel that earth energy rising up into your body. And it's rising into the second chakra, the energy, the creative center of the body, and into the solar plexus. So just visualize this infusion of earth energy rising up through the energy centers of your body. And while that's happening simultaneously, we're going to open the crown chakra to receive the cosmic light. And the beings of light, the star beings that are coming forth today, again, it's a star nation, a star family. The Arcturians are coming forth. And these are beings of light who have been through the ascension process. There are even maybe future versions of ourselves who are coming forth to support us as we, in this multidimensional experience, and they're coming forth to support us in this healing process of claiming our sovereignty, claiming our clarity, completing patterns of confusion, patterns of manipulation, completing those patterns, and then activating energy streams of clarity, discernment, freedom, choice. So you can allow this, it's a indigo blue, it's like a violet blue ray coming in through the crown of the head. And this vibration, it's about, it is about, again, sovereignty and freedom. And so it has the potency, and it's merging with the violet fire. So it's an indigo, a blue violet. So you can see that light. It's a facet of light entering into the pineal gland, which is in the center of the head. And it softens that gland. Removing any kind of calcification that may have occurred there, so that it's soft and it's absorbing this light and igniting divine sight. Igniting divine sight. Your visionary capacity, your ability to see the truth for yourself, and to make choices based on that truth. Your inner knowing. Because all of this is giving us everything that's happening in the outer world is giving us the tremendous opportunity to become so aware that we no longer are receiving our information from the outer world. We are receiving our information from inner knowing, from the Shekinah, from the indwelling presence of the divine that's inside of us. That's where we receive our information. Because all the information that we receive from the outer world is subjective. So we choose what resonates with us. Where do we resonate? Where do we experience a vibrational match? How do we call forth the energy streams that support us and nourish us, no matter what's happening in the outer world? So 1111, divine sight. So just allow yourself to absorb that light as it moves into the throat. This indigo, violet blue moves into the throat. Again, igniting your ability to communicate in the moment. You no longer feel the need to conform as a way to survive. So you no longer feel the need to rebel. You don't have to fight anything either. You are what you are. You see what you see. You feel what you feel. You no longer have to change that in order to conform or fit in with the collective consciousness, the shifts and the ups and the downs of the collective consciousness. You're actually receiving, you're being fueled by the inner field, the inner wellspring of divine love. That's where you're receiving your energy. And then you emanate it out into the world. And then that energy attracts experiences that match your vibration. So this is the experience of heaven on earth. So we do the inner purification work, and that's an emptying. We're emptying ourselves of all the conditioning, all the black and white thinking. This is right, this is wrong. I'm right, they're wrong. All of that, we're emptying ourselves of that, because the only purpose of that is resistance, is to create resistance. Because it never solves anything. It just creates resistance and separation. And the more of us that can come into this alignment with the inner presence, this alignment with our divine self, that's how we can contribute to the transformation of consciousness, by emanating alignment out into the world. Instead of fighting it, we are emanating divine love. Deep breaths, divine sight. And we're just allowing that to integrate that vibration. And this is from the Arcturians, the light language transmission from the Arcturians. Sana ish kinachu kuro huru aha na na ni chinikene chikis kunuchun kwaha. Hat nat chikinis and kissenica e chikisacus kuskuruswa. Hana ini chikisakununuaha ana ine. Hana ichike e chikisaka in chicken chikunusunukura ene. Chinaku shua ha ana seneca e chikisakusununua. Na ina chicken chikarakuro aha anai. Sai shikisakuno sukuaha nai. And so we're in our alignment. We have our connection to the earth, and that aligns with the solar plexus, the heart, the crown, and then we're receiving the cosmic light. So that's our alignment. This is the default position in whatever situation that we encounter and face inside ourselves. We do it from a place of alignment, from a place of power, and a place of strength and courage. And so from this place, when challenging emotions arise, we can feel them. We have the strength and the courage to feel them. We don't have to figure out why we're feeling them or whose fault it is or why this is happening or I feel like this because this happened and people are doing this. We're completing that pattern. We are feeling our feelings. Take deep breaths. And so when those strong emotions arise, it can be overwhelmed, can be devastating. When we become aware of maybe an injustice that we experienced in the past, or we're seeing that injustice play out in front of our eyes, it can trigger very strong feelings. And so we face them, we feel them. And it may be very uncomfortable to feel. Take deep breaths and we lean into it. We allow it to be there. So be aware. So let's bring into the container, into the altar, this sacred altar, something that has been going on in your daily life, some kind of trigger. It could be anxiety, it can be anger, it can be frustration, it can be a feeling like I'm wrong, I've done everything wrong, I'm a horrible person, I can't get over this, I can't claim my power, nothing works. It can be those kinds of energies, those kinds of feelings that can be devastating. I've done all this work and I still suffer. I've done all this work and I've worked on myself. I've done my affirmations. I've done my my journaling, and I'm still suffering. You know, how much longer? So that energy, just allow it to come up. So now, I still keep getting caught up in this emotional roller coaster. When is it going to end? Just let it come up, that frustration, that fear, that anxiety, that disturbance. If everybody would just come into alignment, then I can stay in alignment. And so sovereignty, the vibration of sovereignty, is about staying in alignment no matter what is occurring. And in this way, we hold space. We support the transformation of consciousness. We support the divine. So we learn how to have a laser focus on the divine presence within, no matter what's happening in the outer world. And we maintain ourselves, we stabilize in that frequency, in that state of consciousness. So Merlin's coming for it. And this is how we embody, we become embodied. And from this place of embodiment, we can actually choose the dimensions that we vibrate in. We can choose our reality. So we're opening to the possibility that we choose infinite possibility, infinite possibility. When we stabilize in divine sight, there is infinite choice. 888 888 Soko no aha anai ine cheneke echeke soko shwa nai sanai shanai so shwa hana ana ine shineke echeke soko shwa. And so we're purifying those frequencies. We're working with the violet flame. We're offering to the fire at the altar any frequencies of division or anxiety, separation, fear. Just allow the violet flame to move through the inner quantum field. And then we're going to call forth a sphere of light. It's a golden sphere of light that's hovering above the crown of your head, and it's pulsating with the creative life force of the universe. This sphere of light, you just visualize it pulsating above your crown. And it's filled with your own divine essence and creative life force and divine love. Because the creative life force of the universe is love. And then you're going to allow this sphere of light, this pulsating sphere of light, to descend into the crown of the head. And like a sponge absorbs water, your brain, the left and the right hemispheres of the brain are going to absorb this light. And it's moving through all the neural pathways of the brain, all the thought processes. Cleansing, clearing, creating space for new frequencies of union. And you're just feeling a spaciousness in the center of the head as this occurs. And a light language transmission from Merlin, magic, evolutionary magic. So skura ana I shake shakoro suno na ni sekre shakoro sukurwa hana ini chike sinako nuchuku chukurwa sana aini shiki shakushu ha na I sana a na ina chinakoro no na na chana I siki sake e shike sake skoro suno shana ani chike e chike skoro na I hana ishikiri shikiri skoro na sana ini shike e chike skoswa. Deep breath. The ability to manifest your reality, to create your reality through divine sight, through your perceptions. Because we know from quantum physics, it's called the observer effect. Just the act of observing matter, observing energy shifts, because all matter is energy. And just the act of observing shifts the molecular structure of an object. So we know that our perceptions have the power to change, to shift matter. So that we are very much contributing to what occurs in the outer world. So we have to maintain the purest, clearest vibration possible. And this is how we contribute to our reality. We co-create our reality with our vibration. Okay. And just seeing that sphere descend in through the inner quantum field, the whole inner field of your body, absorbing every cell of your body, absorbs this golden light of your creative life force. Every cell of your body is being rejuvenated and revitalized with this energy, this pure frequency of light, your divine innocence, your purity, your essence. So receive. Just relax and receive this light. And then we're going to bring in an energy of joy and playfulness, pleasure. So that we enjoy ourselves as we play with all of these frequencies of light, and we experiment and we learn and we grow, that it's playful. We're playing. We can choose the dimension that we play in. Enjoying these bodies, this precious gift of being incarnate at this time of so much intensity and tremendous transformation. So offering so much gratitude to the universe that we have this opportunity to contribute, to be co-creators. And we're receiving the capacity to have that laser focus on the inner presence, even in the most challenging moments of our daily life, that we immediately go to that inner presence. That we practice this every day, that focus on the inner presence. And it's like a paradox, because the more focus we have on that inner presence, the more awareness we have about what's occurring around us, the more clarity we have. So our vision is no longer obstructed by projection. So we can see clearly, clear sight. We have clairvoyance. Deep breaths as this transmission comes to completion. Just feel that spaciousness. That's your freedom. That's your choice. Be aware of your connection to the earth, your grounding. And these energies will continue to integrate as you're releasing, recalibrating, coming into alignment with the present moment. So this is a process. This is a process. And maybe a frequency of separations comes forth. And then we're aware, I'm going to practice alignment. I'm going to go into the inner quantum field and connect with the ascended Gaia and my own divine self, and stabilize myself in divine love. I'm going to take care of myself in the moment. And then once I'm in my grounding and in my alignment, then I have my clear sight, and then I take action. If I need to take action, or if I need to pause, I will know. Offering gratitude to the beings of light that came forth today, Saint Germain, the violet flame, Merlin, and the activation of divine sight. The number codes 888, 1111, and the Arcturians, our star family, beings of light. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And as always, so much gratitude to the Divine Mother in all her forms. So just receive a blessing from the Divine Mother. As we come into balance. With Gaia and the new earth and our own divine self. Align with the divinity that is you. So continue to bask in these frequencies. A lot occurred. And so it's really important to have your integration time. And you can do that by just relaxing a little bit more and just allowing the integration to occur. It's also very nice if you're able to go out in nature and just have your feet on the earth, on the grass, or to lie down on the earth and continue to receive that earth vibration, that stabilizing nourishment and support from the ascended vibration of Gaia. And then also another wonderful thing to do is to take a bath with salt, with sea salt, and essential oils, some plant essences, and that will also assist you in continuing the purification process in a way that's very supportive. You may be sensitive, and so again, just be very, very gentle and kind with yourself, and just allow yourself to integrate and receive your divine sight, your clairvoyance. And then I will love to see you again next week and in our circle as we continue on this journey to claim our sovereignty, to experience divine love, and to establish ourselves in unity consciousness. So thank you. See if there's any comments. Okay. Thank you so much. immense gratitude, beautiful support, and exquisite sacred space. Thank you so much. Appreciation and gratitude and love. So know that you have this place every Saturday. We gather and we do this practice, and it supports us throughout the week. You can contact me through my webs, through Messenger, through the meetup messages, through email. You can go to my website as well if you'd like to take that opportunity and receive that complimentary 30-minute visionary inquiry if you'd like to go deeper into any of this or address something that you may need a little bit more support with. I am here for you. And so thank you so much for joining in. Have a beautiful day.